Good afternoon. My name is Cameron Byerly. I'm a senior and I've worked with the admissions office for 2 years, giving campus tours and explaining St. John's College. I am honored to be invited to speak here at this thank you lunch with all the people that have supported our future. I'm genuinely and truly thankful for the gifts that you have made to the college. The time, money, and help is appreciated because, to invoke a Socratic allegory, St. John's College is much like the Milne character, Winnie the Pooh. They're both small, adorable, utterly unique, easy to love, and I worry terribly about their ability to financially sustain themselves in the coming years. So your donations and philanthropy mean a lot to me, and my fellow students. I love this place because it was there when I needed it. Before I came here, I worried for 3 solid years and submitted 16 college applications. And one day, I found this college in a book, because of course I did. And when I toured here, my guide spoke to me in a way that was entirely different from all of my previous college tours. My previous guides, all advertising perfectly lovely schools, spoke to me of location and community and credits and meal plans and blah, blah, blah. We have a nice fountain, some athletic young man in flip-flops would say. These are our rankings, and on your birthday we have a tradition of throwing your mattress in a lake. I do recognize that with many different fields of study this makes sense as advertising to other schools, but it wasn't for me, and so I worried. However, my tour guide at St. John's was a rather shy young man who explained what we learned here, and he talked to me for what felt like the first time as a student, as someone who wanted to learn. He spoke of Western foundations in thought and disagreements between great minds and Aquinas and Greek comedic plays. It was fantastic. And I stopped worrying about juggling credits and majors and finding my niche because this entire campus agreed with me. It seemed tailored for my fascinations and a desire to build a mind that was well organized and open. It didn't boast well-roundedness by allowing several outlets and demanding disparate credits. It simply was well-rounded. The college achieves it weaves music and philosophy and math together as they once were understood as inseparable. This college achieves what Sidney Harris posits as the primary point of an excellent liberal education, to make one's mind a pleasant place in which to spend one's leisure time. Now I'd like to believe, a terrific tour guide. I was extremely honest and admitted when I thought the school had faults. This is a brilliant technique for 2 reasons. The first is because it gives more weight to your praises, and second, because lying was one of the reasons Socrates got killed and I refused to participate in it. So I've always said in my own tours over 2 years that I completely recognize that other colleges offer things we don't have, and also that many people I genuinely respect wouldn't enjoy it here. I mean, for goodness sake, we don't have athletic scholarships here. This seems fantastic to me, but for some it may be a deterrent. Yet it's one of many examples of this college understanding, perhaps more than any other institution I know of, what its purpose is. It became undeniable to me that other places cannot begin to scratch the value of what we offer here, what the film Die Hard described as benefits of a classical education. To see Western thought unfold chronologically is the good and proper way of things. To keep yourself neck and neck with great writers and to understand who they had read in order to formulate what they were responding to and building upon. This made math class as interesting as it should have always been in my younger years. See, to have a textbook tell you that Copernicus was revolutionary is nothing compared to spending hours calculating chords for Ptolemy while crying, only to have some pompous, pagan-hating young upstart come into your life and tell you that there's a new sheriff in town called heliocentricity. The drama of Western progress is one of the essential things that gets me up in the morning. So, my personal character arc in my time giving tours was realizing that Johnnies don't come from a place or even necessarily think alike. They arrive at a place, and the place they arrive requires love. It's a love of intelligent people trying to understand life, of reading, an ability to fully accept and indulge an idea without accepting it as true. It's an ability to indulge in ancient translations and listening with quiet dignity to the woman on the airplane who saw your Greek translation of Meno and asked, "What are you going to do with that after you graduate?" Despite the fact that I was nice enough to answer her question, and that's no excuse to be weirdly judgmental. It's learning not to judge others, even people who shouldn't bother me during takeoff, Shelley. So let's just agree to give each other some space, because I do have plans after college, Shelley, and I worry enough. Sorry, I may have written a few pages to Shelley. I'm gonna skip ahead and save us some time. Okay, quiet dignity. The people that go to St. John's College and stay are the best kind of people, because they aren't united by who they are or where they came from, but because of what they love. And it isn't a determinate love for a particular type of work. It's a love for the program and the process of its movement. Some deeply enjoy carefully analyzing every sentence of Aristotle's physics and the works of John Kelvin, and others enjoy not being in tremendous pain. I was wondering how that would be. Now, I'm nearly done, but before I go, we are all grateful for your generosity in donating your time and energy to St. John's College. But I'd like to imagine that with my words, I've inspired us all to continue on with the spirit of philanthropy to keep this unique place alive forever. So, I brought this biscuit tin, if any of you have a few spare dollars on you. Little pieces of advice scribbled on napkins, I don't know, anything that helps. You know, like in War and Peace, how like the Russian sovereign would go and he'd speak and never mind. I haven't spoken to the administration about this, and I haven't actually eaten the last 4 biscuits. So, anyway, I have a funding goal of $11, or 3 virtues. I would like to name my campaign, What is Virtue and Can It Be Bought? Thank you all for your support. I'll be nearby if you'd like to talk about the school. St. John's forever.